knees. And Rollins taken out with a death.
If you come at the king, you best not miss.
Acknowledge us.
Hey, it's the Red Carpet Ring featuring TBK, the Turnbuckle King. Got another good for you guys today here at a special time. Going to test something out a little bit with this time here. I know it's not my normal Tuesday morning time, but we are here to talk about the WWE Raw results, reaction, highlights after SummerSlam, and also got the bonus round as usual. We will talk about the best story in all of WWE, talking about the Seth Rollins, CM Punk, Drew McIntyre saga. That's continuing on after SummerSlam. Now, we are here live, not just on YouTube, but X and Facebook. Of course, we will stay there. Maybe one of those other platforms will be there after bonus round, maybe not. But we will get on to WWE Raw. This is the one after SummerSlam. Let's see who came to the ring before we begin. Tyler Helter, salute to you. Thanks for coming out. Thanks for all your support. Now, before we begin, guys, let's look over the match card that's set up for this Monday Night Raw. These are the matches that's advertised, of course, subject to change. You know, they make matches on the fly. Let's see the matches that's on here for 1 second. You guys take a moment to look these matches over. All right, we got Gunther, new champion, new world champion. Got a lot of stuff going on here, a lot of activity on Monday Night Raw. See what came before we began. Gerard, salute to you. You said, so I want Clean Judgment Day. It's the new bloodline of Raw. That's what it's looking like, Gerard. That's what it's looking like, my man. We will talk about the new Judgment Day that has been set for Monday Night Raw. Definitely going to talk about that as well. Definitely going to talk about that. We are definitely going to get into that. No doubt about it. No doubt about it. We're going to see what the next move going to be. So we're going to see what the next move going to be for that. Other than that, though, this was a very, very entertaining Raw, to say the least. You said the Raw was about big man, no other, my man Bronson Reed. Definitely. It was Fire Baltimore. You're right about that. Definitely right about that, Gerard. But let's start. Let's see how the show started. We had ourselves the new world champion. We had Gunther. You notice, he had to come out in fashion and style. This is brand new world champion. And, he was saying how he got to become world champion. He was talking about that. And he was talking about how he defeated Randy Orton at King of the Ring. He was also talking about how he as well defeated, many, many men to continue on his long 666 day as Intercontinental Champion before he loses to Sammy this year at WrestleMania. He set the record for that. He also stated not only will he held the longest Intercontinental Championship run, but also he plans on doing the same with the world title. And also, guys, let's get the likes of while we in here. We got 48 people in here. Let's get the likes of, guys. We come to the ring. We covering Monday Night Raw here. But as I was saying, Gunther, he mentioned all that. He well-deserved. He put in that work. But we was not expecting Randy Orton to come out. We got the I hear voices in my head. They come from me. They talk to me. They was talking, and he came out. He said, hey, he gave Gunther his props. He said, hey, congratulations on being the new world champion. He said, the only reason you holding that belt is because of me, Gunther. Think about it. You won the King of the Ring final, and Randy Orton shows not all the way up. He also stated that Triple H acknowledged that Randy should get another match. Even Gunther himself admitted that, he didn't want to win like that before winning the world title. And I was wondering when they was gonna revisit that picture. What happened with Randy Orton? His shoulder wasn't all the way down. His shoulder wasn't all the way down to the mat. But now we got this match here. We got ourselves a match, man. That's crazy. But I seem like WWE's following up with that storyline. Very well followed. So it's wild because Randy Orton said he said what you do is legendary, Gunther. But he did say too, I am legend killer. I'm known for shutting down legends in my career. I'm known for doing that. So he made that known that that's the way it was going to go down. But it was a good promo interaction between these guys. Very good interaction between Randy and Gunther. Now we know Randy is a SmackDown superstar. We know that. We know that he's the new, he's not normally seen on Raw, but also we had to acknowledge that Randy shoulders were not down, and they had to revisit that at some given point. And I was wondering when they was going to do that. Now we have known that WWE do not finish a story, but see, that's the old days with Vince McMahon. We don't have that issue no more. Triple H may make you think that it's done for now, but he always make things resurface. That's what we know here in the new regime of Triple H and the rest of the writing creative team. They will leave something in the dust for now, but it always get revisited. Something that was not done in the past with Vince McMahon. We all know this who watched WWE way before Triple H took over. So Gunther and Randy Orton had a good segment, good back and forth. I liked how both these guys came out. It was very respectable. No cheap shots, no nothing. Very respectable of these guys. Randy Orton came out, and they was even singing his song when he came out. Go figure, right? They was singing the song. I hear voices in my head. I like Gunther when he said, Randy, I think your voices in your head is lying to you. I was like, ouch. Gunther was going in. Gunther may sound boring on the mic, but he can be funny at times. He can be very witty in the heelish character that he possesses. Let's keep that in mind. But other than that, though, man, this was a great way to kick off Monday Night Raw, and we know it's going to be with Gunther. He's the new world champion. Why wouldn't it be? But definitely was amazing. And next thing you know, we have Gunther versus Randy at Bash in Berlin. It's announced as official. We do have this match. It'll be for the world title. So this will be a good match. I think Randy Orton's a good first opponent for Gunther in his brand new championship run. His first one at that, first ever world title, first ever title defense. No other than the legend killer, the Viper Randy Orton. And it'll be on Germany, not too far from Gunther, who's from Australia. So I think this is a very great decision by WWE. Very good, smart move. I have no problem with this match being booked. It makes sense. Randy Orton he never got a match against Gunther. Now people thought it'd be for the King of the Ring, but no, you're the champ now. And Randy said it. I have a reason. I'll probably be world champ if it wasn't for it. I'll be world champ if it wasn't for the victory, the botched victory. And Randy Orton has acknowledged that. He definitely acknowledged that. Let's see what you guys got to say. Yeah, Odyssey Jones, we're going to talk about that. I'm done getting to that. Kudos for new graphics. Thank you, Gerard. I appreciate that, man. No problem on the wrench, man. No problem. You do support the channel. The question, will Randolph Orton get Gunther over? I mean, it's without question he's going to have to. I mean, Randy Orton, as much as I like Randy Orton, and especially for him to get another world title run before he retires, this is Gunther's time, and Randy is on SmackDown anyway. Go ahead and continue to fight the bloodline. If anything, that's probably how that match is going to end at Bash in Berlin. Expect the new bloodline, to interfere in Randy Orton's championship match. Tama Tonga, Tonga Loa, Solo, Jacob, Fatu, them guys gonna interfere in that match. They gonna interfere. But Gunther still made some pretty rich comments for Damien. I wanted to see against. Well, he was talking about with Damien pretty much. I don't think it was racist. I think it was more of a class, like he's lower class. Yeah, Triple H is cooking. The one YouTuber, salute to you. I love Randy Orton. Gunther, that's my dream match. Oh yeah, it's going down. It's going down. Not happy Bron Breakker wasn't here. He was. He just didn't wrestle. If you mean that, Gerard, he had a segment. He just didn't wrestle. So you believe Gunther will retain the title? Yeah, I think he will because why give Gunther, who like Gunther mentioned his promo, Gunther won King of the Ring. I know it's a very controversial win, but they still let him have it. They did not revisit the Randy Orton situation till now. He goes to a SummerSlam match with Damien for the world title. I know that Finn Balor interfered. I know Finn Balor interference, screwing Damien played a major part in Gunther winning, but Gunther is still a great talent. Why do all that for Gunther only to lose a few weeks, 3 weeks later at Bash and Brother to Randy Orton? Nah, man, that wouldn't make sense. But yeah, this is gonna be a good. I think it's gonna be a good one. Like I said, I have no problem with this. No problem with this whatsoever. It makes sense to do that. But yeah, Gunther, he needs. You gotta realize this is Gunther's brand new title run. He's brand new world champion. You want him to have a very good, affordable opponent, someone that's a threat to the title. Like, hey, this guy might actually beat him for the title, even though he just won it. And that's perfect to Randy Orton, a 14-time world champion, future Hall of Famer, no doubt. One of the most decorated WWE superstars of all time. Why not Randy Orton? And he has a perfect reason to, as I stated earlier. So it makes sense why he would go that route. It makes perfect sense why. You know, it wouldn't be any other way. Who else would challenge Randy, right? I mean, challenge Gunther right now than Randy. Damien's not gonna do that. He got stuff going on with the new Judgment Day and Finn Balor. So it wouldn't be him. That don't make no sense. So it would have to be Randy Orton. It's a perfect argument. So I would like Randy. Like I said, I don't have a problem with this decision. Randy Orton should be the first challenger. And think about it, he's on Raw. He's not gonna leave SmackDown come to Raw. That's only if he wins world title, and I don't see that happening. That feud with the bloodline's not over. That is not over yet. So that's still going on. We got to keep that in mind. That's still going on here. It's not going to end no time soon. Well, it should end soon, but it's not. Let's be real, it's not. But yeah, guys, that's how I would play that. That would be a good reason to play that. But it's gonna be a good match. And Gunther, like I said, I like Gunther. He be born on the promos. He needs some fire in him. He needs some of that work. So I have no problem with that whatsoever. And that needs to be done. It needs to be done. No doubt about it. It needs to be settled. So other than that, though, I don't see why it wouldn't go down like that. But I'm looking forward to this match. But Randy Orton's going to get screwed again. And it'll be by the new bloodline. We all this new stuff, new bloodline, new Judgment Day, all this new stuff, all these new stables. That's how you know Triple H in his creative team, they're putting major work in this stuff. Major work, no doubt about it. It's major work. So that's how you know something great is being created every time we watch Raw or SmackDown or especially a PLE like SummerSlam. We always know that would be a case here. So you gotta keep that in mind for 1 second. But other than that, though, I think it's gonna be dope. More likely it'll be a main event caliber type of match. More likely, probably be the last match on the card. Gunther, he's a foreigner close to him. Why not? Go figure. That's how they're gonna run that. But other than that, though, let's see what you guys got to say before we move on to the next segment. Why Reed attacked Seth Rollins? That's my question. We gonna get into that too. Damian Priest been giving a huge push now with documented dedicated to his past history. Yeah, I heard about that. They talked about that on Monday Night Raw tonight. They did mention that. Um, and he's Puerto Rican descent, so they're gonna go off his lineage. I'm not happy about Seth Rollins got attacked by Reed. I've been called for a role to get Bronson over. Yeah, you guys have interesting things to say about Bronson Reed tonight. I'm sorry, Big Bronson Reed. Phil Brooks brings out the Syrians. Yeah, these are females. There are female fine television judges, so it's time Bloodline have female member. Yeah, they've been talking about that for quite some time, Tyler. I don't know that he's going to make that move. We were supposed to get Naomi before she left WWE at the time, with the whole Sasha Banks situation. Well, than that, though, guys, this is the first way to kick off Raw. So let's get on to next match on the card. We had we had Sheamus versus Kaiser. Now we know that Kaiser returned. He was he introduced Gunther as the brand new world champion. He seemed genuinely happy for him, and he was injured. Now Sheamus been beefing with him. It's been a storyline with him and Sheamus. They had a one-on-one match. Next thing you know, I'm getting tired of this dude. I don't know what's the deal. He done interferes in a match again. Every match Sheamus in. Come on, bro. And then Sheamus saw you come. He tried hit with the Chalet, and what's that? He ducked out the way. Like, dude, get that out of here, man. It's garbage. But Sheamus did win the match. Despite the interference from P. Dunne trying to distract Sheamus, he did win the match. So Sheamus defeated Kaiser. It was the first match on the card for Monday Night Raw. So that's how that's going. But you know, I'm gonna get more into the whole Pete Dunne situation. I don't know what's going on with him, but yeah, we gonna see. Because Ludwig, he just came back. I thought he would get over on Sheamus. I guess maybe they're gonna say that for PLE, maybe Bash in Berlin, because Kaiser 402 or Bad Blood. So we'll see. We'll see. You say you're not happy that he lost. Yeah, he just came back. I bet. You don't like Sheamus? Sheamus is not bad. I think Sheamus don't get enough credit. Sheamus, I know he got pushed fast when he first got to WWE, but he's solid though, man. We gotta give Sheamus. Cut him some slack. He been doing staying in WWE for years though. He been doing this thing for a long time. He been doing this thing. So we gonna see what's next though. Other than that, let's get to the next segment of the show. We got Damian Priest. He was hot tonight. He was pissed off, man. He was going off. He was like, Finn Balor, I don't even care that I lost the world title. I'll get that back. You turn on me. And Finn was like, yo, Damian, which was great story. Like I said, this is another one of the best storylines in WWE right now. Finn has some good points, man. He came out in the back. He showed a picture. He said, Damian, you cost me the world title at Money in the Bank last year, back when Seth was world champion. You came out with that briefcase, distracting it. And then you make this statement of, oh, Judgment Day needs me more than I need them. And I knew when Damian said that, I knew that his days of having an alliance with the for Judgment Day having his back, I knew they were numbered. I knew they were numbered. And now we getting to the point with Damian, they're treating him, Judgment Day is treating him exactly like this.
You standing here and you don't even go here.
Yeah, Damian Priest is done with Judgment Day. And Finn Balor's like, we got a new Judgment Day here. We got a whole new stable. And it's going to be, of course, it showed Finn. JD, of course, was with him. Then you got Liv Morgan and Dom and Carlito. So Damian, he is set out for revenge against Finn Balor. But Finn said it. You got to go through me. You got to go through all of us. So Damian cannot fight this battle alone. Can't fight alone, no matter how much you want to get back at Finn. It ain't gonna happen. You know. You said you said I'm shot. You know, like I like P Dunne, Gerard. I don't like how they're booking him. You know, but I'm gonna get more to P Dunne. I stayed this for weeks. I don't like the way he's being booked right now. P Dunne, I watched him back in NXT days. Oh, I like P Dunne. Great talent. I don't really how he's being booked at this current moment. Ever since Tyler Bate, went out with the injury, he's been booked like crap. Damian Priest has a timid voice, but he's better off as a heel. Let's see how he goes on babyface run. Yeah, we'll see. But yeah, this is going to be interesting. They had a segment, and Damian had a match later on, which I'll get in, which we'll mention right now. He also had a match against JD McDonough. JD McDonough cut a promo. He was like, man, Damian, JD, he said some good stuff too. He said, man, you never liked me. You never wanted me you never wanted me in the Judgment Day. And Damian said it. He said, I never wanted JD. And only Finn did. And everyone's looking at JD. And he was doing his best to win Damian over. And Finn's, JD said it. He said JD was like, man, I sacrificed my body for you, Damian. And they showed a clip of when he got speared. He took a spear from Jey Uso, and he pushed Damian out the way. But Finn had a good point. Finn said, you say you need the judgment. You didn't need Judgment Day. And that got Finn tight, And he knew if Finn says find his opportunity to turn on Damian. But at the same time, Finn, you a hater. You mad because Damian did the one thing you couldn't do, and that's capture the world title. Let's be real. You did. And if you guys agree with me, we go say a yeet. So you a hater, Finn, but I understand where Finn's coming from. That's why I'm saying this story is so good. Both arguments have a very valid reason why they are at odds with each other. Damian has his reasons. Finn has his reasons. Finn's not wrong with what he's saying. Damian was treating him like crap. Remember, he at one point he put his hand on Finn's throat. He was acting like that. Acting like that. Grand Reaper said Wyatt Sicks look good in the ring. Salute to you. They definitely did. Gonna definitely talk about that. But yeah, we had a match. Damian Priest for JD McDonough. Like stated before, these two didn't like each other. Let's be honest. Despite being the same stable, we know that was the case with these guys. But during the match, during this whole match that was going on, we know that they was attacking Damian. Damian got that work that came at him. It was the likes of the whole Judgment Day came at him. The next thing you know, now don't get me wrong, it was a disqualification. And Finn Balor came from behind. He attacked Damian. And then you saw Dom. You even saw Liv getting some kicks in. Liv, right there. And she's going to be the new female member of Judgment Day replacing Rhea. And, of course, Damian's not world champ no more. That's why he lost the title. Why be in Judgment Day? You're not even a world champ no more. So it makes sense. And Damian's in the babyface character now. But they beat him up. Then Rhea came out. She got her hands on Liv a little bit. She was gonna put it through the table. Then Dom stopped it. They ran off. So Sam will get herself a little Rhea and Damian alliance, but they need more help. It's only two of you, and Judgment Day got 6 people. You got Finn, JD, Carlito, 5, and Liv and Dom. So they still stacked stable, and it's called the New Judgment Day. What's interesting about this whole thing too, if you guys remember how Judgment Day was formed, it started with Edge, then Damian, then Rhea. Rhea and Damian were the last 2 original members of Judgment Day besides Edge, and now they're gone. That's why it's called the New Judgment Day. It's the New Judgment Day for a reason. It's literally the New Judgment Day. But it makes sense why. Because these are all people. It's a whole formation, a brand new thing of Judgment Day. These were the 2 original members besides Edge, and now they're out the stable. They're baby faces now, just like Edge was kicked out. And remember, Rhea, Damian, and of course Finn, they kicked out Edge, and now they're out of the group. They're being attacked now. I say, great story about Triple H. We finally have a Rhea, Priest, Roman Reigns, babyface pushes. Yeah, you can't be a heel forever, but you're right, Gerard. We finally got that Roman Reigns, man, pop of the year at his return at SummerSlam. But yeah, this is a good storyline. Expect a tag team match, a mixed tag team. Damian and Rhea, brand new baby faces versus Liv and Dom, or Liv and Dom and Finn, and maybe Jey Uso gets in the mix of this. Expect Jey Uso still be involved as well, because he like him some mommy. But other than that, though, that's what happened with that situation there. So let's get on with the card, see what else happened. Let's see what else happened on the card. We had Lyra Valkyria. That's my girl right there, like Lyra Valkyria, the bird. We had her. She went against Shayna Baszler. That was one match. Not the best match on the card. And I think that in DQ, Shayna, Zoey, and Sonya attacked them. They attacked Lyra. Lyra did not have Kaden Carter, Katana Chance. They went out there. She was on her own this time. Then next thing you know, Damage Control came out and they attacked them. Then later on, it was supposed to be Sonya Deville versus Dakota Kai, but Dakota Kai was taken out backstage by this new stable. I don't know what the name of the stable is. So it ended up being Io Sky versus Sonya Deville later that night. So we got that too. If you guys remember, we had this match as well. And this was okay match. It was all right match though. All right. It was okay. So, that's the whole thing about that. Well, other than that, though, that's the whole thing. So we'll see what happens next. Not a bad match. It was okay. Okay match. Okay match of Lyra. I mean, it wasn't a long match. Let's be honest. It was very short. Very, very short match. And there was a lot of matches on the card. It was no more than 6 minutes. But we knew that it was going to be interference. We knew that going in. And then the whole Io versus Sonya. Not the best match to my opinion either. Wasn't real big on that match. But I know what they're doing here. They're setting up a Damage Control versus the new stable of Sonya, Shayna, and Zoey. And Damage Control pretty much going to be imploded. It's going to be done. Let's be honest here. So, let's be honest about that. See what you guys got to say. How will Rhea get revenge back on Dom for double crossing her? Yeah, they didn't talk. She went immediately for Liv. I guess they'll address it next week. Raw's going back to USA Network. It was the last time this will be on SyFy, with the Olympics. I feel like Dom's a new target for Wyatt Sicks. Good theory, but I don't see the connection right now. They're more focused on the whole Chad Gable thing. Good theory, though. But here's the thing. If they do go out for Dom, Dom's not alone. He has a stable. He do have Finn, JD, Liv Morgan, and Carlito, if you want to count him. She didn't address the thing. The bird girl Lyra has a cute body, cute booty, but she's still not over my book. I was saying skills. Yeah, you can't deny the talent. Yeah, Lyra's solid, man. I'm telling you, Lyra is good. Lyra's worked very well. I saw the NXT. She was NXT Women's Champion. She did her thing, man. And yes, she do got a cute little cute booty. That's right. She do got a cute booty. That's right. I don't know what they're gonna call that stable. That's what you want to call them. I don't know what they're gonna call them. They need a name though. But that was that particular match. Now let's get to one of the biggest moments on Raw. Let's get to it. And that's gonna be my bonus round. But we're gonna talk a little bit right now. We got CM Punk coming out here. He cut a promo He said he ain't mad that he took the L. He expected that. But he did say that, he's happy that he's cleared. He said that they were supposed to be out in 9 months, but he's out in 5. And he did say he wants Drew back. Drew still got that bracelet. But Seth Rollins came out as expected because, CM Punk gave him the GTS at SummerSlam, before, Drew hit with Claymore and lost the match. And CM Punk was like, and he was not playing. Seeing, Seth Rollins got that goofy, smiling, dancing, all that crap. He was like, no, I'm ready to fight. And Seth got in the ring. He said, you going to let me in the ring or what? Or I could beat your ass out here. According, that's what Seth Rollins, his words, I could beat you up out here. And then Drew came out. Drew said, what are you guys doing? Calm down. He said, I know Drew was chill. Drew was a savage on the mic, And then CM Punk couldn't take it no more. He got tired of Drew running his mouth. And then Drew had to rub in his face again. I got the bracelet. He said Larry and AJ's in my corner. And then, CM Punk went after Drew. But Seth Rollins was alone in the ring. Next thing you know, remember Bronson Reed was complaining to Adam Pearce, I don't get a match. What's going on? You're not doing that for me. And he told Adam Pearce, I'm going to take matters to my own hands to make an impact around here. I'm tired of waiting on you, Pearce. I want a match for Intercontinental Champion. No, he said he wanted Sheamus. I forgot who he said he wanted, but he didn't get what he wanted from Pearce. Similar to what Bron Breakker was doing. Remember when Bron Breakker was mad? He was in the money. He was in the King of the Ring, and Bron started wreaking havoc. So Bronson Reed gonna take a page out of Bron Breakker's playbook. He gonna come out and wreak havoc, and he start coming at the boy Seth Rollins, man, and he did just that. He was not playing around. Bronson Reed, I like Bronson Reed. Bronson Reed, he does his thing in the ring. Bronson Reed be doing his thing in the ring. He's talented. I do like Bronson. And I've been saying it for a while. Will they do anything with Bronson? Or will they be room for him on the on the roster? But I do like Bronson Reed. He makes noise. He was very impressive. He was being very impressive here in his matches on Raw, and I think he was in Elimination Chamber, if I'm not mistaken. I believe he was. But either way, he's impressive. And he don't get enough credit like he should, honestly. He don't get enough credit. But that he could go. He could go in the ring. Now, I watched very little of him in NXT days. I know he was when NXT North American champion over there. I understand that. But I like Bronson Reed. He's a bad boy, man. I remember the roster is so stacked. The roster is so stacked, guys. We got lots of big men on roster. Remember, we got Drew and Damian. We got Gunther, the world champion. We did have Ivar, and Viking Raiders before he got hurt. It's so many men. It's like I said, WWE is at an all-time high with the roster. Even LA Knight said it at the press conference. WWE is like this time now. It's like revolutionary right now. That's what LA Knight's saying in his press conference after he won the U.S. title, and he's honest. He was telling the truth right there. But man, well, I tell you, Bronson Reed, he gave Seth Rollins that work. Gave him that work. Bronson Reed was not playing around. He was not playing around at all. He was not playing, man. But yes, I'm glad finally a serious Seth Rollins. Do not like this dancing crap. Finally, that's how Bronson Reed makes impact. Yeah, something needs to be done with him. Yes, 6 tsunamis. Bronson Reed does need to. Yes, he does. He'll be so much more effective. He would be the raw version of Jacob Fatu. Honestly, If he did lose weight, he'll be the Raw versus Jacob Fatu. Yeah, I heard he was in TNA, but do you guys remember that moment when he took Seth out? He wasn't playing around.
Reed still on his feet. And Rollins taken out with a Death Valley driver.
And then he hit all those tsunamis. I mean, he really was giving it to Seth Rollins. Really good to Seth Rollins. So it's crazy, man. It's crazy. I didn't get that at all. But he Seth, I know he's still tied to the CM Punk story. I know he is. But since now he got Bronson Reed attacking him, Bronson Reed is coming for blood pretty much, and he got it. So remember, Seth was bleeding. He had blood coming out of his mouth. He had to be taken off on stretcher, all that. So they say he's getting X-rays and all that stuff, but man, did he? I'm gonna say it before, I'm gonna say it again. Seth got that work.
You about to get that work, son.
And this was a very good segment. Now it's just the Punk promo and Seth, and they teased to Seth and CM Punk about to fight. That didn't go down. Then him chasing Drew. Then Bronson coming for Seth. This was a great masterpiece storytelling. Great masterpiece, by the way. I love how WWE mastered this all together. This was perfect. Very, very good by WWE and the right team. Like I said, I give this one word to describe this. You already know what you guys know what I'm about to go here.
Yeet.
So that was a very good way to build this together. I like how this was built, but very, very solid. Very, very solid. I like how this was done. I'm just intrigued on what's going to happen next week. You know, Seth's going to come from Bronson Reed. They're going to have a match. So we're going to see what's going to happen next, though. Definitely amazing segment, amazing promo, masterpiece. This is how you get Bronson over as Baltimore. We're chilling one more splash. Yes, definitely. But let's get to another part of the show. And this is a part of bonus round. So you guys stick around for the bonus round. Stick around for that. And I will get more into the whole Seth, CM Punk, and Drew. Now, before let's get to the next segment. Let's get there. Now we got Bron Breakker had a segment. Now, he did not wrestle, but he did talk about being the new Intercontinental Champion. He said that Bron's not playing. He said, I've only been WWE for 3 years, and I've already won an Intercontinental Championship. And he said, then he made a good segment saying, this is my name on the side plate. No man in the locker room says it's going to take it away from him. Very good segment. So they're really pushing Bron. Bron is really being pushed as the future. We see that. Bron's really being pushed. So salute to him. He's really being pushed. We don't see the next move going to be for him. We'll see what's going to happen next with Bron. But he did not wrestle. I mean, he just won an Intercontinental belt. And then we saw Sammy. He's supposed to get a rematch with Bron. Now, we know that will be next week, and I'll talk more about that. But let's talk about other stuff. Let's see what else happened on Monday Night Raw. So many things happened on the show. New Day versus AOP. And we had a new face. You guys know him. If you do, Odyssey Jones. Been on Raw for 2 years. He been sitting in the vault. I don't know if he's been in a rock. He finally came out. As we saw, it was supposed to be New Day versus them. He came out to attack Karrion Kross. He attacked AOP and allowed New Day. It allowed the good old New Day when they had the match. They got some licks in, of course. They did their thing. And they defeated AOP. Now, I don't know what the whole deal is with Odyssey Jones. Out of all the people in the locker room, out of everybody, and I mean everybody that's sitting in catering, why this dude? what's his connection to, you know, New Day? What's the connection to that? I don't get that. But I get why they're doing it. Now, if you guys remember, you know, they got the win. This was very different for New Day. This is telling me something. I'm gonna get more into it. It's telling me something's going on here, and we'll see what the next move going to be. But I will say this: with this whole situation with Odyssey Jones now joining the New Day, and he was shown wearing a New Day shirt. If you guys remember, the boy had on a New Day shirt. But we gotta address something here, and some people have been speculating it. Now I'm starting to see why he's there, and I see why the whole, you know, Final Testament New Day story was coming along in the first place. And I'm going to call this right now. You know, I'm good on my predictions here at you know, TBK. The Turnbuckle King's going his predictions here, and I'm gonna get into another one right now. Now, you know, after the match, you know, Kofi hugged him. He seemed all happy. And then backstage, they had a segment here. It was shown right here that he was introduced. If you guys notice, Xavier Woods was not happy. And this tells me that we're going to get a potential breakup. Somebody's going to turn heel. And I think Woods is going to turn on Kofi because Woods is not feeling this at all. And I don't blame him. I really don't. And I think this is what Karrion Kross was referring to. Remember, Karrion Kross was trying to get Woods to turn on Kofi, saying, you don't need Kofi. Kofi's holding you back. Maybe the words Karrion Kross been saying for past couple months, I think it's going to hit its mark now. And all I gotta say at this point now is pretty much going to be like Justin Roberts would say.
The shit's about to hit the fan.
I think Woods is going to turn on Kofi, guys. Maybe it's just me. I think he's going to turn on him. And also, this confirms that Big E's pretty much his career is over. That's another thing. I'm getting more into that. But this is not going to work. If this is the new day, Kofi, Xavier, and Odyssey, Woods is not with it, and neither am I. Neither am I. I think they're going to do that. You said Odyssey Jones was in the vault team. They unlocked the vault, but not happy they hooked Melon and Mint. Yeah. Odyssey's, yeah, I think it is his big replacement. But I think Woods is going to flip. Woods is going to flip on Kofi. He's not with this. And I think this is going to cause the heel turn. And maybe even Xavier Woods would join the Final Testament. Don't be surprised if that's how it go down, guys. I'm calling it right now on this Raw for August 5th. Oh, man. Woods turn on Kofi. I said it before. I told y'all. I'm going to say I told you so. You know? That's where I think it's going to go. This is not good, though. He doesn't fit in the stable. He don't even fit right. He goofy, but he don't fit. Yeah, Big E is done. I think his career over. But we'll get more to the show. Let's see what else happened on Monday Night Raw. We had plenty of stuff going on. Oh yeah, that's right. We had a main event. How could I forget? Main event was the Wyatt Sicks versus the new stable called, if you guys remember, you know, Chad Gable, he came out and he said this while they had the segment going on. Right before they came out, I guess it's the new name that they have. It's called the American Made. That's the new stable name of these guys. Go figure. But you know that Chad Gable is done with the American Alpha Academy. He got his boys out now. But this is the new match here. Main event. Wyatt Sicks versus these guys. So they came out. We saw Chad Gable and his boys first, the Creed brothers. They all dressed alike. American Made, aka Team Angle. They're the modern day Team Angle. If you guys remember from Ruthless Aggression era. So then we have against here, Wyatt Sicks come out. You know, they was playing a good vignettes of Bray Wyatt and everything. So these guys had a match, and then that's how they came out. Very good match, by the way. I like Joe Gacy. He did his thing. Of course, Eric Rowan, and of course, can't forget about the boy. What's his name? Joe Gacy. Oh yeah, Dexter Loomis. I'm sorry, Dexter Loomis. They all worked well together, and they had that going on, and they defeated the American Made. It's their debut match, and they said it too. Bray Wyatt would be proud. This is how they closed out the show. All of them would stand in the ring, but very good match though. Very good match of these guys. I like this match. Very solid. AOP being not treated. No, AOP be treated like a joke. I think Fontes was holding him back. AOP or a big man like Odyssey Jones, yeah. A Hill Woods would be good, yeah. Need it. Xavier needs to be on his own. You don't like Woods? Okay. Chad Gable was good with the Creed brothers. I agree. This was a very good match, though. Very good. Eric Rowan was doing anything. Good drop kicks. Dexter Loomis was getting to a very, very good match. You know, but like I said, I cover most of the matches. I like how these guys work so well together. Very, very well put out together. And they tribute not just Bray Wyatt, but the original Wyatt family. And they show Uncle Howdy rocking the chair in the back, similar to how Bray Wyatt did. Very good tribute to Bray Wyatt. Like I said, Bray Wyatt would be very happy about that. I liked how everything. I liked how he just sat there. He was very happy. How remember Joe Gates hit that double clothesline, very good move. And Rowan got the hot tag, and he was doing the moves of the Brody Lee, Luke Harper, who's paying tribute to them. I like how this is well put together, and they was paying tribute to Bray Wyatt and Brody Lee or Luke Harper. So this is very good, and Rowan's the original. This is very well put together. Wyatt Sicks is going to make noise in Raw. They're going to do their thing, and they're clearly, I guess you could say, baby faces. But very good, very good match. Now let's get my Raw review. And of course, what went wrong with Raw? My Raw review is a 5 out of 5. One of the best Raws of all year. Very good way to kick off Raw after SummerSlam. And we also got 3 weeks away before we get Bash in Berlin. Let's keep that in mind. Bash in Berlin, as you see down there, will be set up for 3 weeks away, August 31st. But I like this show. This is a great Raw, though. I liked how Raw went down. I liked how they did their thing. So much salute to them guys. Very good writing. Gunther, opened the show, new world champ, new challenger Randy Orton from the King of the Ring final match. Main event, American Made and Wyatt Sicks is great. CM Punk and Drew is far from over. Seth Rollins added to the mix. And he gets attacked by Bronson Reed, who made an impact. Then we got the New Day. And it seemed like that's going to go left. Then Ludwig Kaiser returned. We saw a return of him following an injury. Sheamus still got issue with Pete Dunne. Then the Damage Control versus Sonya Deville, her people. Then we had a tag match. I didn't mention it. Awesome Truth versus A-Town Down Under, from the SummerSlam. And, Jelly Roll attacked both Austin and Grayson. And Also Truth lost. It seemed like Miz is frustrated. So they're going to break Also Truth up. But then again, who cares? But that's why I didn't miss it too much. But other than that, though, very good show, though. Very, very good show. What you guys think of that show tonight? Bron Breakker and Damian Priest are being given a push alongside Jey Uso and Sheamus. Yeah. Well, Jey Uso need to do something with him. Where's Ivar Shotzi Blackheart? Injured. and injured. They're both injured. Shotzi's supposed to come back soon, and she was last on SmackDown brand. Ivar, was in NXT going after uh what's his name? Femi North American title. But because Eric's still out for Viking Raiders, they're both on Raw. Tiffy Time and Blair Davenport are getting more TV time SmackDown. Well, Blair Davenport just started getting TV time, honestly. But yeah. Don't be shocked that Bailey is in AEW when her contract expires. Highly doubt it. I know why you would say that, because her Mercedes bankrupt Monet is over there. Miss Bankrupt. I know she's over there. I don't think she's gonna go over there. I highly doubt it. I don't see how it would benefit her. She's gonna be especially with the stuff going with Britt Baker being suspended, and all the other toxic stuff. Why would Bailey want to put herself in that kind of environment? Who cares if she alongside Mercedes Monet? Not the best decision, business wise. Other than that, this is a great show. Before we get to the bonus round, I got that segment. Despite this being a great show, best Raws of the year, I'm always going to be critiquing a show or PLE, whether it's Raw, SmackDown, NXT, or whatever. Excuse me. I'm going to go over now what went wrong with Monday Night Raw. We go over that in a second. 1 second, guys. My mouth was a little dry there, all this talking, but I'm gonna go what went wrong with Raw. What's the issues I saw on Raw tonight? I think Keith Lee or Buddy Murphy or Miro might return. Buddy Murphy just re-signed with AEW, and he was supposed to come back, but AEW gave him an offer he couldn't refuse. Gave him the Godfather style contract. Not Godfather, the character in WWE in the movie. Miro, I doubt it. Keith Lee, possibly. Britt Baker is back already. Yep, that's right. I don't know when they said she gonna work on her English. But let's go what went wrong with Raw. Let's go over it. And Tyler, you mentioned this. So Bronson Reed starts a feud with Seth Rollins in the middle of the Rollins Punk McIntyre feud. How does that make sense? I get that Bronson Reed is making an impact, which I agree with. I agree Bronson Reed should get pushed, but I don't like how they went about it. I don't see how that would make sense logically. I get that he has to make an impact. I get he needs to do his thing. But I think the way they're doing it, since Seth is in the middle of something, don't make sense. The way they're going to run this here, since Punk is still feuding with Drew, because Seth is going to feud with Punk at some point, they're going to have a little program between Bronson and Seth. They're probably going to have a little feud for a little while to keep him occupied out of the whole Drew and Seth situation. And then when that ends, Seth will go his way and Bronson will go his. But I don't like how this is brought on. I wish he could attack somebody else. But I guess Bronson wanted to attack a big name star. I just don't agree how that went about. So I don't like that part about Raw. That's make that known. Another thing I didn't like about Raw tonight, Odyssey Jones and the New Day, seriously. I mean, really seriously. Why? Now, before I do, I gotta talk about the whole Bronson Reed, how he was pushed going after him. That made the list.
What's gonna happen? No. Words? No. You just made the list.
And then this here makes the list as well. I understand that Big E is still out with the neck injury. I know he just has a stem cell. He gave an update a couple months ago. I understand that they needed a third man, but why Odyssey Jones? I'd rather be. It would have been better if you gonna get Odyssey Jones, you might as well got Titus O'Neil. If you gonna get him, you might as well got Titus O'Neil. He big and goofy just like this dude is. Might as well got Titus O'Neil from the back if you're gonna do that. Honestly, it would have made more sense to get someone like, I don't know, Now you got Adonis and Cedric Alexander on NXT. Well, one of them two could have came out, but I guess they need a bigger guy to replace Big E. But the reason I say this don't make sense, this just tells me that I mean, it's the writing is on the wall. This just tells me that Big E's not ever coming back. He's not ever coming back. And I think since they know that, since they've been through that, Kofi and Xavier, this is a good way to write off this stable. And Xavier goes his way, Kofi go his way. This is how they're going to end the New Day, guys. Since, like I said, Big E's not coming back. He's doing the pre-show panels for PLEs now. This is how they're gonna end New Day, and Kofi gonna flip on. No, Xavier's gonna flip on Kofi, and that's it. It's gonna be done. The New Day will be over. That's how I see it, guys. It'll be over. Let's be honest. Nakamura and Asuka don't speak English well, but they are improving on the job. So give it go a mouthpiece. Yeah, Last Ledge will be in the female Royal Rumble. Maybe. Who would say tough for your golf? Well, she ain't the only holding the title. It's a tag team title. So you mean Isla and Alba Fire. So you mean a tag team. Cedric and Adonis will never go on main roster. And this guy will. Anybody but him. I'm just saying, I'm throwing names out there. Like I said, I don't agree with this move. I thought it was goofy. So I'm not with this at all. But that's my opinion on that. That's one thing. The second thing I saw happen on Raw I did not agree with. Nothing is so obvious that I did not like either. It's another thing I saw on the show tonight. One thing I did see here. Not this segment, excuse me. Let me get this up. I do not. It's so obvious that the Damage Control will be used to put over stable of Shayna, Zoey, and Sonya, and they don't have a stable name. They don't have a stable name, but I don't. This don't make sense to me. Damage Control is about to break up. They're not gonna be around much longer, and before they officially break up, they're gonna put over the team of. This new unit of Shayna, Zoey, and Sonya. I don't know what they're gonna call them, the fierce girls, the crazy ones, the new Damage Control. Might just call them Damage Control 2.0, honestly. That's how y'all running with it. End of Minstrels group, New Day already, yeah. The W show. I don't like Albert Fire. Raw, yeah, Raw's definitely cooking, but yeah. I don't like this stable here. We Damage Control, they're only together to put over this new stable, just like they was built in the first place to put Bayley over so she can win the title from Io Sky. So I do not like that one. I do not like this move. It's too obvious. But other than that, Raw, of course, was amazing. And then I'll mention one more part too. This is another obvious thing. Was Kaiser really injured, or did he have a visa issues? Kaiser is a foreigner, and I've seen they run his playbook all the time with the foreigners. We saw this with Ilya Dragunov from NXT when he was the NXT champion. I even saw that. We see it now with Kaiser. And you can even say it for maybe Rhea Ripley with her so-called shoulder injury. But we know Kaiser, he's from Germany, West Germany. And I don't think he was really injured. I think he had a visa issue, honestly. I think it was a visa issue. And that's why they wrote him off. Because think about it. Sheamus started feud with Pete Dunne out of nowhere. And they need to give Sheamus a feud until Kaiser came back. Then Dunne is feuding with Trick Williams on NXT. That's why he was feuding. Now I understand the whole Pete Dunne feuded with both Sheamus and now Trick Williams. He's supposed to match Great American Bash. They had to do that to keep Sheamus occupied because Kaiser, who Sheamus started a feud with first before Pete Dunne turned on him, it was because Kaiser was out injured. But I think he had a visa issue. That's my opinion. I don't think he was really hurt. Nope. The girl called us the English mouthpiece. Yeah, Kaiser was not injured, guys. Ain't nothing wrong with him. He had a visa problem. It probably expired or something. And you know, WWE do a lot of international tours and international PLEs, like Bash in Berlin later this month. So he wasn't hurt. But that's why the whole P Dunne thing didn't make no sense. You're feuding with Sheamus, and then you go over NXT feud with Trick. I think what's going to happen with P Dunne, he going to have the one match with Trick Williams at Great American Bash tomorrow night, and then he's gonna come back and he gonna come back on Raw. I think after Kaiser and Sheamus is done, then P Dunne and Sheamus gonna have a feud. But I see why he was thrown in the middle like that. It just didn't make sense at first. But yeah, the Scottish team Gallows are running through rough and shot at NXT. Oh yeah, definitely Gallows is going nuts. But yeah, guys, that's all I have for the whole Raw. Now, I'm going to mention, of course, the next week card. That's the three things I saw Raw, but we'll go over next week. Monday Night Raw. There are a couple matches that were announced, if you guys remember. So we'll go over. Let's talk about the next week's matchups that they have advertised. Let's get into that right now. And we know next week Raw will be back on the USA Network. So that will be the case. They will be back. So they will definitely be back next week. So no more SyFy, for that matter. No more of that. But other than that, though, let's get into it. Let's talk about the matches that will be next week. These are the next week matches, guys. We have two championship. Well, we have a women's tag team contendership match, and it is the team of the Damage Control versus Shayna. No, Damage Control of Io and Kairi Sane versus Zoey and Shayna. So whoever wins gets another one contendership, but they will get an opportunity to face the tag team champions Isla and Alba. Unholy Union. But this match, I'm really hyped for next week, guys. I'm really hyped for this whole 2 out of 3 falls. Sami Zayn will get a rematch for the Intercontinental Championship against Bron Breakker. So I'm excited for that. See how that's going to go, how that's going to turn out. So that's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to that. I don't know if you guys look forward to it. That'll be next week's matches that they have advertised. So definitely, we're gonna see how this gonna turn out next week, guys. I'm looking forward to the Sami versus Bron Breakker 2 out of 3 false match on Raw. How often do we hear that? We don't hear it that often. We really don't. All wrestling crazy jobbers, not you. Tyler, you crazy. I can't wait till Friday. I can't wait either. Not happy, Jacob. I'm not happy about that either. EO Jeans of the Sky, definitely. But this is going to be a good matchup for next week on Raw. Very good match next week. So we got to keep that in mind, guys. Raw is bringing it every single week. Every single week. And other than next week on Raw, let's talk about SmackDown. Roman will be back on SmackDown. This was announced earlier tonight. So Roman returns to SmackDown. And I heard AJ Styles will return to SmackDown too. So of course I'm gonna cover that on SmackDown later this week. Keep in mind. Now I don't know if I'm gonna do Raw. I don't now to let you guys know since you're here, for the ones that's here, I normally do SmackDown Saturday morning. I'm not sure if I'm going to try to cover it Friday night. It's a possibility. I'm throwing it out there now. Possibility similar to tonight on Monday Night Raw, the same night as Raw. I may cover Friday Night SmackDown Friday evening after the show. Possibility. If I don't, then I'll resume our normal time Saturday morning. So just want to throw that out there. I may do that, but I might not. Just want to keep that on notes for you guys listening right now. But Roman will be back on SmackDown. It's official. We're going to get him back. He will be on the show. And I heard AJ Styles also will be returned to SmackDown because, AJ Styles was out of country. He was in Japan and stuff. So that would be cool. You got both of them back. I don't know what story AJ is going to be in. Last time we saw AJ on WTV, he lost to Cody Rhodes, but AJ's supposed to be back too. I heard about that. But other than that, though, that's all I got. We about to enter this bonus round. I know that much. Man, we've been here for over an hour already. Let's get those likes up. Let's get the likes up. We got we got 9 people. We got 19 people in here. Let's get the likes up, guys. And we will end things on Facebook. We'll stay on X. Let's get the likes up over there too. For those listening, I know you guys over there. Let's get the likes up over there. Hit those hearts over there. Get those hearts. And also follow me on X because I do cover stuff on X. Sometimes before I get to YouTube, I do put news out there or put updates on X that I may not get to YouTube right away. So let's keep that in mind. But Roman's back. Roman will be back on SmackDown this week. SmackDown versus Raw. Now, pretty much, Dragunov should interfere. I think he will. Yep. Is now Joe Hendry on NXT? He appearing a lot? No, it's a part of partnership. Nope, he's still TNA. He's not the part of NXT roster. Just a partnership with TNA. I want to see AJ Styles versus Cody Rhodes. Well, they already had 2 matches, Tyler, so I don't know if they're going to have a third. But it would be dope if they did, but I don't think there's no more to that story. I think that story is complete. But we'll see. LA Knight versus Andrade. Oh, yeah. That's the match I'm looking forward to. But, yeah, guys, we are done here on Raw, on the WWE Raw results and reaction and highlights after the Raw after SummerSlam. So we're done with that. We're about to enter the bonus round, and we're going to talk about something very interesting. We're going to talk about the hottest storyline in WWE right now. That's been going on for a long time. So you guys hold tight, sit for a second. We're going to get that going. All right, we are here at the bonus round, guys. We're here on still on YouTube and X. Now you guys keep on. We're gonna talk about the CM Punk versus Drew McIntyre storyline, best story in WWE, and it keeps getting better and better. Now we know that it's been a long feud, guys. This has been going on for quite some time. We gotta admit, it's been going on for a minute, and it's only getting crazier and crazier as time going along. But every story is going to eventually have an ending. But this story here is just, do we want it to end really? Well, we know it has to end. We know this whole story been going on for quite some time. We know this whole story started literally back beginning of this year at the Royal Rumble. Now the match. Now, the whole match, we know the match. They had the match, of course, at SummerSlam. We're aware of that too. Remember, they did have the match at SummerSlam, but we know that that's not going to end right there. Now, we know that some people didn't like the match. They wish they expected more. I love the match. I love the story that they was going with these two guys. Now, the match here, of course, we had the first match at SummerSlam. But it's not going to end there. It's not. It's not going to end there at all. I don't think it's going to end there, not one bit. It doesn't need to, because there's so much between, Punk and Drew. It's so much between these guys. Now, with this match ending, we know that CM Punk lost, but we know he does not have his bracelet. Drew still has that bracelet. We know he still has it, and we know that CM Punk will do anything to get that back. We are aware of that. So that's the crazy thing about that situation. He's going to get the bracelet back at some point. In order for him to get the bracelet back, it's going to have another match. He's going to have to. That's the only way it will work. But other than that, though, guys, this story is far from over. And some people think it may be over, but it's not. It's not over because how can the feud be over between Punk and Drew, and then we get another person inserted into the storyline? Let's be honest here. And he actually put himself there in this whole storyline. Now, when we got that here, we thought it would only be these two, but we have another component of this whole story. As I mentioned earlier, now we got Seth Rollins, and it started when he became a special guest referee. He inserted himself in the storyline, and it's going to continue. Remember, we were supposed to get a CM Punk versus Seth Rollins reportedly at WrestleMania 40 for Seth's world title, but it got, nixed because of CM Punk's injury. But CM Punk and Seth is going to be another feud. It's going to be another one. So we can't forget about that too. That would be a very CM Punk gonna have his play full. He gonna have his play full, definitely. It's gonna be full play. But yeah, it's gonna be wild though. These two, they're supposed to have a match. They're supposed to have the match. But like I said, they couldn't because of the whole injury. The whole injury. That's why it didn't go down. We did get Drew versus Seth for the world title, which Drew won, by the way. Then later on, we got Drew versus Punk at SummerSlam. But yeah, guys, this is going to be very interesting. Very interesting. Very interesting, guys. This has been going on for a long, long, long time. And this is going on for years between these guys. But yeah, these two are going to definitely go at it. Seth being a special guest referee, then Seth, teased toying with Punk wearing a bracelet. We know he did that on purpose to mess with Punk. But I think what's going to happen, the Punk and Drew, it could go all the way to maybe WrestleMania. It's going to last all the way up to WrestleMania. I'll say Royal Rumble, Elimination Chamber thing. But at WrestleMania, we're going to have another match, and it's going to be CM Punk and Seth Rollins at WrestleMania. It's going to be at that point. But this feud has been going on for a minute, and CM Punk, now he got other issue with Seth because he GTS Seth at SummerSlam. But also, it's just. But I will say this: at the whole feud, it's going to benefit all three guys. I see it benefiting not just CM Punk, but definitely Drew and Seth. Even it's going to benefit all three guys. They're going to get something out of this feud. It's not just a one-sided thing where only Punk got over in the feud, but not Drew, or Drew only got over the feud and not Punk. But now you add in Seth, I think all three get over. Remember, these are all three former world champions. CM Punk world champion, Seth been world champion, Drew been world champion. So this is not no undercard or just nobodies. All three of these guys, have issues with each other. Remember, Seth said at the match at SummerSlam, even before SummerSlam, he don't like Drew. He definitely don't like Punk. Punk don't like Drew, and Drew don't like Punk. It's all three of these guys do not really like each other. Let's be honest. They do not like each other. They don't. And it shows. They do not like each other at all. But this is going to be interesting, guys. This feud is going to move the needle. Like I said, it's been going on since Royal Rumble. Remember, CM Punk was injured by Drew McIntyre in the Royal Rumble match with his tricep being out for up until 6 months. and it's still going on. Remember, this story was still continuing while CM Punk was injured. This is how hot the storyline is. CM Punk and Drew didn't even have a match yet, and it's still a top storyline. I mean, that's great creative juices flowing in the back with Triple H and the rest of the creative team. That's great story work right there. Give me a yeet for that one.
Yeet.
So that's the crazy part. How many storylines can you go still continue on when one of the people in the feud is injured and still rehabbing from injury, getting ready to heal, and he's still involved in a non-wrestling role? CM Punk was one announced at WrestleMania. Drew tried to cash in at WrestleMania. He won the belt at WrestleMania, and he taunted Punk. Punk beat him up, and then Damien got the cash in. Drew's the reason. CM Punk is the reason Drew's not a world champ right now. He stated that. Drew said his goal is to be world champ, and CM Punk said my goal is for Drew not to be champ. He said as long as I'm breathing, Drew will not become a world champion again. This is very, very crucial, and he's shown that. Remember, he did an interview with Michael Cole and a press conference. He said, does Drew have a world title around his waist? No, he said that Drew's losing. I made my point. So it's a very good argument here. CM Punk is the reason Drew's not a world champion right now in WWE. And every opportunity Drew has had to become world champion, Punk screws up. We saw this at Clash at the Castle, being a referee. We saw it again in Money in the Bank when Drew did win the contract. He did an early cash in the same night, and Punk screwed him again. So that's why I didn't have no issue with Drew winning at SummerSlam. He's been taking L's all year. But this was perfect, guys. This was perfect. This has been going on all year. And like I said, Seth getting inserted just made it much more interesting. Because when he was a referee, we saw shades of SummerSlam 1997 with Shawn Michaels, Bret Hart, Undertaker. And Seth did just that. So this is great, great storytelling. Seth making it much better. And like I said, it's going to benefit everybody. Everybody eats. Everybody gets to eat off this storyline. Punk gets to eat. Drew gets to eat. Seth gets to eat. That's a win for everybody. Now, think about this whole feud between that started with Punk and Drew. Despite starting all year, will they have a match at Bash in Berlin? Will they have a match there? That's the question. Or will they have that there? Will these two face off at Bash in Berlin? Because that could be a possibility. To help Drew. I know he's not from Germany, he's Scotland. Maybe they do that. Or maybe they have another match at Bad Blood. Maybe Bad Blood would be the PLE they could compete at. Or they could feud up to WrestleMania 41 or end at WrestleMania 41. I don't think it's going to end at WrestleMania 41. I think it'll be before that. I think the feud we're supposed to get was and will be, it will come down to CM Punk and Seth. And I think, Tyler, you said it earlier. Let me see. You said, I'm calling it right now. CM Punk versus Seth Rollins at WrestleMania in Vegas, and Seth Rollins versus CM Punk versus Drew and maybe Bad Blood. That's a good possibility. Could be triple threat at Bad Blood. But we gotta remember, Seth Rollins was attacked by Bronson Reed, so we don't know how long that's going to last. And Bad Blood. I know it's only 2 months away. Maybe there's something going on, but maybe he should be done with that feud with Bronson at that given point in time. So we'll see. We'll see what the next move going to be between these two. But it's going to be definitely interesting, though. Definitely a great move to see what's going to happen next. But I'm trying to see what the next move will be for these guys. But all three is going to have a feud. We already got a Drew versus Seth match at WrestleMania. So I highly doubt these two. So the common denominator is CM Punk in this whole thing. CM Punk's the one that everyone beefing with. CM Punk's the one that everybody don't like. That's the way that's going to go, unfortunately. So Punk, I think what's going to happen, Punk will have a match with Drew. Let's say they do have a match at Bad Blood. And I think Seth's going to interfere, and he's going to screw Punk because Punk GTS'd him at SummerSlam. So I think that's how that's going to go. Do not be surprised if CM Punk gets a win, or try to get a win on Drew, but he gets screwed out by Seth Rollins. Then Seth Rollins, CM Punk have their match. You said already happened. CM Punk lost. If you listen, pay attention to the story, Selena. Punk has not. He don't have his bracelet still, so he's going to have another match with Drew. How about pay attention to the show and maybe you can learn something instead of trying to come at me? Do what? Well, you need to get hearing aids. I'm not about to repeat myself. You need to get better sound for wherever you at. Do what on that? But anyway, this is the whole story here that will be between Punk and Drew. He could have a feud. They're gonna have a rematch because, as I told the Selena person earlier, whoever they are, that Punk does not have his bracelet. Drew still has his bracelet. He's wearing it right there. Punk's going to try to get that back, and then maybe go have another match. And Punk could try to get the win on Drew, and that's where Seth screws him, and that gets set up for their WrestleMania match at WrestleMania 41 in Vegas. So that could be the case there as well. That's the way out. It'll be a good book scenario for that. But other than that, this is the story. This is the feud of the year. Okay, anybody say feud of the year? We thought it would be originally just Seth and Punk. Because injury, we got something better. We got CM Punk and Drew. Seth got thrown there later, but it was just Drew and Seth. I mean, Drew and Punk. Drew and Punk. Just Drew and Punk. And this is what everybody wants to see. But if they don't end this soon, I will say that it's going to get kind of old. And I think that's why Seth Rollins was inserted to the storyline. But I do not want to see this go on forever and ever. It will get definitely kind of old and tired very, very quickly. And then that's when the storyline becomes stale. So that's one thing I do not want to see as far as that goes. But this is going to be the monster feud of the year. Man, these two, they had a great match at SummerSlam. Great match at SummerSlam. So I'm not denying that at all of all the work they put in. But we're gonna see what's the next move gonna be for these guys, because like I said, it could be a number of things. Bad Blood, remember that's a Hell in a Cell, that's cage match. Expect Punk and Drew to have a match there. Just expect that. That will go down there. That will be the situation there. TTJ Big Gunner said, don't get so upset over simple comments, and Lena May because they not know how the game is played, stories work. I'm not getting upset. I'm explaining myself. This is how I talk. If I was upset, I'd be screaming at the top of my lungs. So how about let Selena handle Selena, and don't be caping for Selena. See, you sound like you're because the name's Selena, sound like you come off as a simp. You want to simp and cape for a woman. TTJ Big Gunner, or should I call you TTJ Big Simper? So, and another thing too, simply made, mind your business. It's between me and Selena. Why are you sticking in there? You said don't get so upset. Well, mind your own business. And this is not getting upset. This is me talking regular. If I was upset, trust me, you will know it, Mr. TTJ Big Gunner. You want to hear me get upset. You want to see me go off. This is how I will go off. If you, for example, just give you a clear, since you don't know how I do things over here. If I were to get upset, it will sound a little something like this.
I don't care what Edge wants. I'm Seth freaking Rollins. This place revolves around me.
That's how I would get upset, but I'm talking calm. But I see you was caping for Selena. I get it. I understand where you're coming from. I guarantee you, if that was a dude, if it was a guy's name, you would not defend him like that. You defend because if it's a woman's name. So you come off as a simp though, but I get it though. It's cool though. If you want to be a simp, that's cool. Simp power to you. But anyway, let's get back to this. Bad blood could be a feud between. It could be a great feud. It could be a cage match. It could be a Hell in a Cell match. But that's where they're gonna go with Drew and CM Punk, and that's something I want to see. That's something I definitely want to see, and I think the fans want to see that too. At least I do. But it may not end there. It could be a Royal Rumble, but I think at the end of the day, since Drew and Punk had a match, it could lead up to a WrestleMania between, which we were supposed to get a WrestleMania this year if Punk's not injured. This is where it's going to come down to, and that's why Seth was inserted to the storyline in the first place. That's why he's certain there. It's going to be Punk versus Seth, and that's what we want, and that's what we're going to get at the end of the day the whole time. So I think it will be ultimately, so come down at the end of the day, it's going to end with, it started with Drew and Seth. It started here, but it's going to end here. This is where it's going to end. But I am very anticipating on seeing a Bad Blood Hell in a Cell match between Punk and Drew, because they already had one match. That's how it should go. Like I said, they had a great match already. Many people liked the match. Some people didn't like it. They expect a little bit more. We saw this one match, but we're going to see another. That's for sure. We're definitely going to see that. But other than that, though, this is going to benefit all three men. And I think it's very creative how they crafted all of this together. So salute to WWE creative team. And I said this before and I say it again. It's great writing like this and great storytelling like this. It's why I have a hard time watching AEW TV, whether it's Dynamite, whether it's Rampage or Collision. The last two is definitely hard to watch. But this is why you got the best TV right here. And I like wrestling. I keep my eye on AEW Dynamite, but they don't have storytelling. They only have one quick 5-star matches. And WWE, they provide so much more. It's so much storytelling, and it makes you intrigued. This is not even just a sport or a sports entertainment. This is cinema. This is like watching a movie, whether it's Raw, NXT, Smackdown, or SummerSlam, or WrestleMania, Royal Rumble, Survivor Series, War Games, whatever PLE it is, whatever show it is. That's what it's coming down to. It's going to come down to those things. Hell in a Cell, hell yeah, bro. Yeah, it can come down to that. Not at all. Just not everyone know. Come across channel may not know you as much as you do. Just come off you was mad. No, it's not mad at all. Not mad at all. And to Selena, I already explained the whole situation with Selena. If I was mad, if I was really angry, TTJ Big Gunner, you got those channels that be banning people and all that stuff. I'd even ban anybody. I let everybody get their piece across. So you go to those other big channels and say what you just said to them, they will ban you with the quickness. So you think I'm angry, you need to go to those other channels that do that. They don't even acknowledge you. So you got me, you got all mistaken, man. You're off base. You know, and when you do learn more about my channel, you'll learn how I operate. Because as you can see in this whole chat, Selena, you're the only one, and Selena the only one saying that because you're not familiar with the channel, and I get that. So, but it's not no animosity here. This is how I talk. This is how I explain myself. Because if you have a question, I'm going to answer it, and I just defend it the best way possible. You know, we gotta understand, just because someone defends themselves and answer a question don't mean they're mean or angry. And that's not always the case. It's not, sometimes it's not that the person's mean, it's just sometimes some people are just too sensitive. We do live in a sensitive world nowadays. But that's the whole thing. But other than that, though, this is going to be feud of the year, guys. This is the feud. And we're going to get the whole CM Punk Drew and Cena and Seth Rollins being inserted is just like the icing on the cake. It's the icing on the cake, the way you put it. The way you see it, the way it's being written every week, it's cinema. Plain and simple, it's cinema. It's always going to be a movie, and it's always going to get better and better. Like I said, WWE's getting much better storylines. And another thing I like too with these feuds, especially this feud here, they're allowing CM Punk, Drew, and Seth to not so much. They're going along with the story. They're pretty much improvising. They don't have to read a whole script. They're letting them say what they want to say, and that's what makes the storylines much better. When you read a script like Vince McMahon, they just read a full script. Sometimes the story don't be as much compelling as this story goes. So I like how they give much more freedom. Vince McMahon did give freedom to certain superstars like Roman or John Cena, but Triple H gave freedom to pretty much all of them. You know, if you think about it, you see compared to back then, he's giving much more freedom to everybody. John said the Bloodline story is going to be fire. OTC, he needs to get back soon. Now, this whole OTC thing, they say original tribal chief, they say one tribal chief or only tribal chief or one tribal chief. I don't know what the official nickname for OTC really is. It's so many. I read it on social media. But yeah, I can't wait for that story either. But WWE is just pure cinema. And it really is. When Triple H said that at one of those press conferences, I don't know which one he said in particular. If you think about it, it really is cinema. It really is like watching a movie. There's no need to watch movies on Netflix or Hulu so much all the time, or even watch your favorite weekly show, or whether it's cable TV or regular state. WWE is that. They provide that. So I salute to WWE, salute to the creative team. But other than that, though, that's all I have regarding the whole CM Punk versus Drew storyline. It's the best story in WWE. And for all 2024, do not be surprised they get Feud of the Year, voted Feud of the Year. And I thank you all for coming out tonight. Thank you all for having your comments and what you think of everything. Greatly appreciate it. And I'm always open to answering the question. Thank you all. We are done. The bonus round has been done. Bonus round is closed now. Now, soon to videos will pop up for Red Carpet Ring, videos of content like SummerSlam or something from Monday Night Raw or a certain superstar, male or female. Click it to the two below and check that out. Let me know what you guys think of this bonus round. And of course, raw results in the comments or a live chat now or this comment section below. I would love to hear what you guys have to say about that. You guys already know what it is. It is OUNT.
Something happened this weekend, and I have been struggling with it since I retired. But this weekend gave me closure.
Wow.
It really did. Like, it was fun. Obviously, it was fun. I mean, you can't, doing this for as long as I have and being involved.